After 3 years together, you've been so good to me. Never let me down, even got the dents to show it. But you know what? We're breaking up. You're out of here. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. This is Scott with Go Small Live Large, a YouTube channel that we're dedicated to travel, people, van life, and a Travato GL, and being a digital nomad. And by being a digital nomad, you need really good tools. And today I just want to give you a little clue into some of the behind the scenes at Go Small Live Large. And this is my original MacBook that I've had for about 3 years. And as I've started producing video content, I've really ran into the limitations of this really wonderful, lightweight notebook. And what I've done is actually upgraded my MacBook to Apple's latest. They just announced these 3 weeks ago. Got my hands on them the very week. This is the MacBook Pro 13-inch. It is really a fantastic machine and so much faster than my previous first-gen Mac. This is the original MacBook. I think it's got an 11-inch screen. This is the MacBook Pro 13-inch. So there's about an inch bigger side to side. And I'd say it's about a pound heavier. It's quite a bit heavier, but boy, it is so much faster than my previous MacBook. And I really love the touch bar, if you can see that. But as the applications change that I'm using, this touch bar, the keys change. A little bit like a soft keyboard on your smartphone. The keys up here in the touch bar change with the apps that I'm using. And I'm finding it much more efficient than trying to drag, or in this case, push a finger to a dialog box and click a button. So I'm really loving that. Significantly beefier all the way around. It has 2 USB-C ports on this side, 2 USB-C ports on this side. Let me read some of the specs to you. Oops, sorry about that. Let me read some of the specs to you. Again, 13-inch. It's got the True Tone technology Retina display. It's 2.7 gigahertz quad core. Core i7. It's got 16 gigabytes of memory RAM and a terabyte of internal solid-state storage. It's got the Iris Intel graphics, and what all that really means is I can do a lot of video much more quickly. So what is this big monster behind me? Well, let me show you how this story started. When I started developing my fantasy plan to get full-time into van life in my Travato GL, I started creating content on my iPhone. And what I found is that I quickly ran into limitations on mostly the audio portion of it. The iPhone does a fantastic job of video recording. And in particular, when you include the iPhone with a gimbal, you can do a lot of fun things. And some of the content I've posted already have been with these two devices. But what I found is that the audio was really limited on what I could do with the iPhone. And I wanted to do some really fun things with some kind of action shots. So I upgraded my camera to what you're looking at right now. Being recorded through right now. So the first thing I upgraded was the camera that could accept better audio input, and the camera that I chose was the Canon 80D. That seemed to be the latest and greatest and has this great autofocus tracking as my face is going back and forth. The camera's doing all the work, which I really like. It had audio input so I could put in professional style Rode mics and wireless mics and do lighting and really have a nice professional setup. I really liked the gimbal that my iPhone allowed me to use, so I could get lots of movement and not any of the shaking, which drives me crazy. There's some YouTube channels, particularly in the RV world, that have done some amazing work with just an iPhone. The Russos, Where the Russos come to mind, and I am in shock and awe what they've been able to create with simply an iPhone. I'm not even sure they use a gimbal. Part of my income stream plan is to actually create small videos for small business that they can put in their Instagram feeds, YouTube channels, and on their website. So I want to kind of step up on the video beyond just stuff for my channel, so I can get a revenue stream from small business. So again, I need to take these two and get the same kind of smooth action from the big camera, which is recording me right now, using a gimbal. Did some research on that, and this big boy just came out. The same manufacturer that makes a lot of drones, and this gimbal right here, DJI, has come out with a Ronin-S. Now they make some really hardcore dual hand, really fancy gimbals, but this one was important to me because it was small, compact, and fits my camera, and I can get some real action out of this. Then when I hit the road, it's not going to take a lot of room. So what I wanted to do today is kind of unbox this for you. This is not a review, but just kind of show you what this is about and why I'm excited about this. Let's take a look at the Ronin-S by DJI. All right, so let's take a look at what this box looks like. And again, I'm just excited to share with you this new tool to help deliver better video content. And I think the first thing that I noticed coming out of this is that the packaging is so Apple-like. Let's take a look. So slit the seal here, and you open this up, and you're presented with not a bunch of styrofoam packaging, but this reusable, sturdy case. I mean, look at this thing. That thing is amazing. Apparently DJI packages a high-end drone in a similar case, but I was completely blown away that here's actually a useful case that I can use over and over. And I don't know if you can see in here or not, but see that white dot at the bottom? Again, very Apple-ish in their design. That indicates there's something at the bottom, which makes you want to pick it out. And this is actually the instructions, a quick start guide, and some safety warranty information. Again, very Apple-ish in nature, and super impressed by DJI. That is, again, Apple's the gold standard for packaging in my book, and I almost hate to throw the box away. So let's take a look at this case. There's a latch right here that you flip open. Not hard, actually. You turn it to unlock it, and then here is what it looks like inside. Very neatly packed. Power adapter. This is the tripod that the base screws into. I'm familiar with that from my other device. This is the grip on the handle. Take the protective plastic away. Wow, that feels really good in hand. That feels really good in hand. And here's something that is kind of neat. Is it looks like they give a case for all these little parts and adapters, which inevitably get lost or packed someplace. Don't eat these. Safety tip. And if we look here, this is kind of interesting. This looks like it will actually house a second handle, because this is where the battery is. So they can actually hold two of those. That's very, very clever. And then the parts go on top. This is the crux of the matter here. Oops, looks like we gotta get some. Oh, that thing is big. Ooh, baby, come on out. Come on. Oh, there she is. Look at that. That is, whew, that is a thing of beauty. So the way this works, from what I've seen, is that this snaps onto this. Ooh. And that, my friends, is the gimbal, to which the big Canon 80D will then attach to. That is going to give some serious action footage. Super excited. So I'm just super excited to share my my tool upgrade. New MacBook, superior for video editing compared to what I had before, and now with my new Ronin-S gimbal, I'm able to put the big camera, the Canon 80D, onto the gimbal and really get some really cool motion shots. I'm super, super excited. So upgrading my tool set, upgrading my skill set, and really appreciate you being along for the journey. Really appreciate a thumbs up on this video if you got some value out of it, and I'd love to have you part of my a growing subscriber family. So consider becoming a subscriber, and then hit the bell on the side there so you get notified when we have new videos every Wednesday. So until we meet again, I wish you safe journeys. Travel on.